up? It's Mim and it's Sunday. Welcome back to Nightfall Nation. So this week on Nightfall Nation, we are doing Music Week. And so I think this is going to be one of our coolest weeks because we've got a lot of super talented people on the channel. As for me, I am like completely musically challenged. I don't play instruments and I cannot sing to save my life. So instead, I thought I would tell you guys about my musical influences and what influenced me and kind of how I've gotten into some of the bands that I really like and some of the artists. So my musical taste has really been influenced by like my friends and my family and people that are around me and stuff. And so growing up, I was born in the 90s, so I grew up in the 90s, but my parents listened to a lot of like 80s music, and so I grew up with things like Kiss and Madonna and Michael Jackson and Earth, Wind & Fire, Bon Jovi and stuff like that. And so that's really started shaping the kind of music I listened to. Like when I was a lot younger, that was basically everything I listened to. And then I listened to a lot of Disney because, I mean, what 7 or 8 year old doesn't, right? And so that's kind of gotten me on the path to like what kind of music I like. Even now I still listen to a lot of that music. Like that's in all of my playlists. There's always like that one random song or something. But it's because you never really outgrow the music you started listening to. Like it's always going to be like that kind of fond memory where you like listen to it and like, oh yeah, like I remember this song, like that. And so I don't think that's ever going to change. Lately though, I've been into a lot of like I guess you say like mainstream pop, like everything that's on the radio. That always is where I start like bands or like people. Like I'll hear one of their songs on the radio. This isn't the same for all of them, but I'll hear one song on the radio and then I'll be like, oh well, I like these people, and so I'll go and I'll Google them or I'll look them up on YouTube or something, and I start getting into them, and then that person will lead me to somebody else, and then I always end up at these like strange, like super far off bands or artists from something that I listen to on the radio. So I don't mind it. Like it's really cool to like find new music through something you already like. Disney has definitely been an influence on me. Like I started listening to Selena Gomez when she was on Wizards of Waverly Place, and she was in Selena and the Sea. I started liking Miley Cyrus. I don't really listen to her much anymore, so I wouldn't know what to tell you about my musical taste in regards to her. I'm not too crazy about her. But that's just really because I haven't really taken the time to listen to her. Middle school was definitely a kind of like transition period for me. My playlist then consisted of like Miley Cyrus and Selena Gomez and Fall Out Boy, and like it was just these strange combinations. Jump into like some sort of strange Spanish music. I've drifted away from a lot of the music, but it's not because I don't like it anymore. It's just because as I start liking it, like a different band or different group or something, I get more into them and I kind of drop the other things. But there comes a time when I'm just like, hey, yeah, like I remember that song and so I want to go back to it. So it always happens. Like a few years back, my friend introduced me to Five Saw. Them and One Direction have literally like consumed like 99% of my music bases. And now I'm trying to drift back to like the other music that I listen to. Like I've really gotten into Fall Out Boy again, All Time Low, and like Halsey and stuff like that. There's never really a time for me where I stop like trying to get into different music. Like I like experimenting and seeing what other things I like. I kind of like to like pick and choose of like a lot of different things that I like, just so I don't get tired of listening to the same thing. And so yeah, I think that's kind of how my musical taste has grown and expanded and shrunk and everything throughout the years. So I think that's it for this video. I hope you guys liked it. So if you liked it, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. Yeah, so check out everybody else's videos because I'm sure they're going to be awesome. And I will see you guys next week. Bye!